Now this is a continuation of the video of where now I'm going to 34 of the Florida statutes. Cops will favor complex measuring devices, decibel meters, to protect these boom car punks over eye-ear testimony. Well, gee whiz, how come they don't have some kind of device that goes, well, we need a pain meter in order to tell if you've been violated? Is that next? That's 34, 35, 36. Boom car ads, you can see where they specifically are designed and directed towards your so-called minorities to terrorize innocent people to where they can't live in peace. Now we got 37. Boom car punks. Why not make them veteran slaves for many, many years? Hell, they terrorized them. And then we got, to show you how corrupt the Florida Department of Law Enforcement is, 38 of Florida statutes, 943.13, Section 8. Cops can lie and almost no jail time. It's a second-degree misdemeanor to lie. It's right in the Florida statute. 39. I never got to write down my side. If I was allowed to write down my side, cops couldn't have arrested me in the first place on trumped-up charges. 40. Cops protected a knife attacker on me. 41. Cops, it says 41. Bicyclists, I have to be able to hear traffic at all times. That's under 316. 304 of the Florida statutes, D and E. But these boom cars can go up and down the road and they give them a pass. I fear criminals with badges. I fear them more than I do your career criminal, because I don't drink, smoke, do drugs. I don't hang around in bars or anything like that. I don't cross paths with career criminals. Your worst criminal is not your so-called mafia. Your worst criminals are your cops. Now that doesn't mean I'm against all cops, but I'm against dirty cops. 44. Cops allow torture of millions of people in their homes. Why? 45. It's a 10-year prison sentence, $10,000 fine for cops to deprive anybody of their rights, constitutional rights that were guaranteed and called unalienable rights. Now, I'm just wondering, 46, what did the cops gain by allowing these boom cars? Now, 47. A crime is an uninvited attack or harm against an individual who didn't in any way invite it. Example, if you go to a tattoo shop and they put a tattoo on you, there's no crime. But if somebody comes up and sticks you with a pen, that's a serious crime. Now, then we got here, citizens feel helpless. They feel like, that's 48, citizens feel helpless. They feel like they're prisoners in their own home. Where else can they go? These boom car punks batter their homes like someone taking and knocking on their doors 24 hours a day. So, when they call the cops, how many people have been ignored? Now, low-frequency weapons, 49. It is well established that low-frequency weapons are used to spot submarines. They can even use low-frequency sound to kill occupants in a submarine. Low-frequency sound is used to check for oil deep down in the earth. So, whales beach themselves with this low-frequency sound because they can't stand it, because in the water it's 10 times more hearable than in the air. Then we got something called 50, sleepy, fatigue driving. Comedian Tracy Morgan, I think Tracy Morgan, was hit by a Walmart truck where it was sleepy driving. And in the state of New Jersey, it's called Maggie's Law. They've got it now that if you're sleepy driving, it's a crime. Now, here's what I've done. 51, I've gone to city council, school board meetings. I've gone to try to contact State Representative Senator Wilton Simpson. He had a bill called 634, the Florida statutes. And then we've got Jimmy Petronis that I've gone to try to get something done about these boom car punks. And then we've got the car tags are very hard to read. It's like the state is part of the crime to where they'll put all kinds of what are called novelty tags where people pay for more for them. But they realize with a novelty tag, it's a lot harder to read than the state of Texas that has a simple, plain, black and white tag. There's only a few states that do that. United Kingdom has a great big car tag. So now, why are they, that's 53, why are they called public servant? What is that all about? And then, these punks, with these boom car punks, would they consent to a crime waiver? That if they can violate people for the rest of their life, the innocent, quiet people can torture them for the rest of their lives? Now we've got something that's called 893 of the Florida statutes, where it specifically states about anything that affects the nervous system. Well, these boom car punks, from the road, hundreds of feet away, can terrorize my nervous system. And then we've got 56, boom car danger. That's in the Community-Oriented Police Services Grants, which is put out by the United States Justice Department, Michael S. Scott, specifically states that these boom car punks are American enemies. And then we got 57. All it takes is one cordless drill with a 12-inch hardened bit. Anytime there's a boom car punk, all the cops got to do, hardly no time at all once whatsoever, come up and drill out the amp, drill out the speakers, drill out the crossover, drill out the capacitors, and then not only that, make them slaves to the veterans that come back from the war all shot up. 58, low-frequency sound is used to find oil. And it's also used by geological, to discover geological foundations or rock strata or whatever the heck it is. And then the boom cars, they use them as nonverbal crime drug signaling. 60, protect who? Protect and serve who? I'm just trying to figure this out. Cop cars will have on there to protect and serve. I've even got something that says, Bay County Sheriff's Department, crime is everybody's business. Look at this right here. Okay? Call Guy Tennell. Call Frank McKeithen. Stopping crime is everybody's business. But I guess that don't apply to me. Now this is showing here. This is showing here. This right here. Stopping crime is everybody's business. Call Guy Tennell, Bay County, Florida. So am I everybody? Or am I nobody? So, we've got, I'm hoping that if I got to suffer, I'm hoping that my suffering will help out many, many people. And I've noticed, since I've had these charges on me, since in a crazy, over 6 months now, I've had these charges on me. And I've been fighting them. But you see, the reason why they put them charges on me, 6 months, Because a lot of people, first of all, in 6 months' time, they know most people are going to be caught up in the system. How? They go to bars. They drink. They smoke. They do drugs. I don't condemn them people. I don't know why they do it. But I can tell you one thing. I thank my Maker. I thank my Maker that I don't do that. So I don't judge anybody because I don't know what kind of tolerance they can take. I don't know what they've been through. But the truth of the matter is there's all kinds of case law where you can cuss out a cop or anybody that's in that position because they automatically do not have nowhere near the protections of a private citizen. And that goes with the territory of these punks. That goes with the territory of them people having to deal with it. I wonder how many dispatchers quit their job when they heard cussing. I'm wondering if they were warned about that on that job there where they're answering hundreds of calls. As a matter of fact, there was one call from Spinnaker, I believe it was, or La Villa in Panama City, Florida, where because somebody couldn't get into the door, I think it was a Spinnaker's or La Villa, a nightclub in Panama City, Florida, they called 911. Nobody, as far as I know, was arrested. They didn't charge them. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, they're mommies and daddies brats who come down here with the money. Now there's a local attorney, Ed Waborski, has done a commercial basically saying, who started it first? And it goes on where the little kids are going, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. So what needs to be asked is, who started this first? Who's the one that pursued the charges against me? I didn't call up the cops and say, okay, put charges on me. But I'll tell you what, I hope and pray that this right here is a case that they will remember for a long time. This is the same town, Dade County, Florida, Gideon versus Wainwright, which started the public pretender's office in Dade County, Florida.